Chapter 54. The Unblemished Offering. Leviticus 22, 17-25. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and his sons, and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, Whatsoever he be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers in Israel, that will offer his oblation for all his vows, and for all his freewill offerings, which they will offer unto the Lord for a burnt offering, ye shall offer at your own will a male without blemish of the beeves, of the sheep, or of the goats. But whatsoever hath a blemish, that shall ye not offer, for it shall not be accepted for you. And whosoever offereth sacrifices of peace offerings unto the Lord to accomplish his vow, or a free will offering, in beeves or sheep, and it shall be perfect to be accepted, there shall be no blemish therein. Blind, or broken, or maimed, or having a wen, or scurvy, or scabbed, ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar unto the Lord. Either a bullock or a lamb that hath anything superfluous or lacking in his parts, that mayest thou offer for a freewill offering, but for a vow it shall not be accepted. Ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut, neither shall ye make any offering thereof in your land. Neither from a stranger's hand shall ye offer the bread of your God, or any of these, because their corruption is in them, and blemishes be in them, they shall not be accepted for you. Leviticus 22, 17-25. In verse 22, the sacrifices prohibited are of clean animals which are blind, disabled, mutilated, with a running sore, scab, or eruption. But in verse 23, the permission given applies to animals overgrown or stunted. These latter may be used only for a free will offering. Unblemished offerings are required, first and foremost. Second, in terms of Exodus 22:30, no animal younger than 8 days could be offered in sacrifice. Third, in terms of Deuteronomy 22:6 and 7, and Exodus 22:30, no bird and her young, a cow and its calf, a ewe and its lamb, or a goat and its kid could be offered together. The requirement of an unblemished offering is repeated in the New Testament with respect to the believer as a living sacrifice. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Philippians 2, 14 and 15. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless. 2 Peter 3:14. The things looked for, verse 13, are new heavens and a new earth. Concerning the unjust, the blemished. But these, as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, while they feast with you. 2 Peter 2, 12 and 13. The reference is to the ungodly within the church. It is especially important to make note of this fact. It is very routinely noted that unblemished sacrifice represents the sinless Christ. This is very true, but we cannot stop there. It also represents, first, what our gifts and service to the Lord must be. We cannot offer a blemished gift to God. We cannot give him our leftovers, the leftovers of our lives and substance. The blemished offering is an insult to God and thus highly offensive to him. However, nothing is more common than blemished offerings, yet Christians expect God to bless them for their offerings. This, Paul says, is our reasonable service, not an unreasonable one. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And not be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans 12:1 and 2. With verse 24 we have an uncertainty. Robert Young's literal translation of the Holy Bible renders it, as to a bruised or beaten or enlarged or cut thing, ye do not bring it near to Jehovah, even in your land ye do not do it. Some commentators and the ancient rabbis have seen this as a prohibition of all emasculation of animals. Rabbi Hertz commented, "The Hebrew can bear the interpretations. It can mean, ye shall not offer such mutilated animals, or it may be taken, according to the rabbis, as a general prohibition of emasculation in men and animals." The context does not seem to indicate a general prohibition. It is very true that the law does not permit those men who have been castrated to have entrance or membership in the congregation of the Lord, Deuteronomy 23:1. Since membership meant eldership, headship over a family, and the possibility of being a ruler over families of tens, hundreds, and thousands, only whole men could qualify. Castration was not a bar to worship or to salvation. Wenham, who sees the verse as a bar to all castration of men or animals, comments that it is because castration damages God's good creation, and holiness is symbolized in wholeness. Moreover, God's blessing for all living creatures was to be fruitful and multiply, Genesis 1:22, 28, 8:17. This is an appealing and logical interpretation, and one to be receptive to. However, despite its logical impact, we still cannot see as a mandate what is not clear in the text. Calvin noted with respect to unblemished offerings, "We perceive then that all defective sacrifices were rejected, that the Israelites might learn sincerely and seriously to consecrate themselves entirely to God, and not to play childishly with Him, as it is often the case. Elsewhere we have seen indeed that things are required for legitimate worship. First, that he who approaches God should be purged from every stain, and secondly, that he should offer nothing except what is pure and free from all imperfection. What Solomon says that the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, Proverbs 15:8, is true, although it be fat and splendid. But in order that the things which are offered by the good should be pleasing to God, another point must also be attended to, that is to say, that the offerings should not be poor and stingy and deficient, and again, by the symbol, as I have already said, they were directed to Christ, besides whom no integrity will anywhere be found which will satisfy God. Calvin is correct in saying that this requirement had to do with worship, and with what the worshipper brings to worship. It is a fallacy to abstract worship from the routines of life. Worship is their culmination. We bring to worship that character of our everyday lives, blemished or unblemished, not ourselves abstracted from our work, family, and character. When worship is abstracted from everyday life, both in what we bring to worship and in what we take from worship into the routines of life, worship becomes sterile and offensive to God. It is blemished worship. An important aspect of this law is the preface. God says, "Speak unto Aaron and to his sons," verse 18. The guardians of the purity of worship are the clergy. There is to be a vigilance against blemished offerings, and a necessary part of this is the teaching of the whole of God's law and an insistence on God-centered living. We have a reference to David's concern for this law in 2 Samuel 24:24. For him, a costless offering to God was a blemished one. In Malachi, however, we see God's indictment of all who show contempt for him with their blemished offerings. A son honoureth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honour? And if I be a master, where is my fear, saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name? And ye say, Wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, Wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, The table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person, saith the Lord of hosts? He said also, Behold, what a weariness it is! And ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And he brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick. Thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand? Saith the Lord. But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a meal, and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Malachi 1, 6-8, 13 and 14. The point is clear. We are unwilling to offend a human authority by giving him a defective or damaged gift, and yet we expect God to be grateful for what men would find insulting. The Lord's work and kingdom require only our best from us. Nothing second best or second rate is acceptable to him. One final point. St. Paul makes it clear that an unblemished gift or service to God means that it is given without complaint, and even though required of us, is given in thanksgiving, not because of necessity. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians 9:7.